Now, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, I'm the baddest motherfucker in this battle rap shit, period. You already know who it is. I ain't even got to say my name. If you don't, then just watch battles. You'll see that face right here. BattleRap.com. Exclusive!
Now, you're one of the main people that's really leading the charge to changing the face of battle rap, the culture of battle rap right now. Do you have any reservations about what you're doing, or do you have any worries about taking it to new spaces that are unproven?
I have. That's a good question. I have far more worries, concerns, reservations if I do not make these changes and help usher in a new era and a new way of thinking, because battle rap motherfuckers are not making money. The business model that's been in place, I said it to y'all before, is not advantageous for long-term success. No one's gonna be making money. This isn't gonna be feeding any battle rappers kids. It's not gonna be keeping any leagues in business, and it's not gonna be entertaining y'all, the fans, if we don't step outside of what we already been doing and expand upon it. So like if we weren't doing this, everybody would be fucked. If I wasn't setting the trends and wasn't being the trailblazer, the forest would just exist forever. You feel me? And you wouldn't be able to repopulate it with new seeds. This is a natural part of order. This is called evolution, you know, and I believe in God. So you know how powerful that is? I'm fucking Iron Man. The fucking Iron Man of this shit.
Why book Cassidy for 2 battles before you've seen 1 battle from him?
Well, to be honest with you, we just wanted to maximize the content and get as much out of it. And for the amount of money that we're investing and continuing to invest, it would just made way more sense to just have it be just a relationship that benefited both of us on numerous levels. In addition to that, Cassidy, I think, although he would never say this, I think that there are probably certain people he'd like to battle, and I don't think necessarily Dizaster. Now he knows that Dizaster is a fucking huge challenge, and now he probably wants to battle him because they've been talking shit. But originally it was more like I don't think that was on his radar like that. So it was like, well, if we're gonna do this, I want to at least get to battle someone that I want to battle, you know.
Someone like Arsenal.
Yeah, and that'd be dope too. Like, you know, because I said primarily we're working with Diz. That's officially, you know, Fresh Coast Media Group, Lush One. I don't even want to call him like our artist. He's our partner. Because that's the way we work with artists is on a much different level. And then we've been doing a lot of work with Daylyt as well and Arsenal. Those are like the 3 dudes that I really want to be working with in this battle shit. The only problem with the 3 of them really is that they've already killed everybody. That's why you gotta go, you know, you gotta go into a bigger pond. Because they already Fukushima'd the other pond. So
Cassidy was up on stage at Summer Madness 4 last week, talking some smack with Goods. And Smack himself, we chatted with him after the event. He said that they were looking to work with Cassidy sometime in the future.
I hope he bought a farm. It's gonna be a lot of chickens. Lots of chickens. Hope you got a lot of chickens, bruh. Hope you got those chickens, Smack. White feathers, red feathers, roosters, hens. A lot of chicken. KFC, Roscoe's.
Go on.
Yeah. Chicken, bro. Yeah, you know, we have Cassidy under a 2-battle contract.
2-battle contract.
So, yeah.
Who's the second?
That is to be determined at this event, and just to put it out there, we're not opposed to working with anybody on shit. You know, like Smack can holler for sure. We'd love to work with URL in some capacity. That'd be really dope. You know, chickens and all.
I'm already tired of the word chicken.
Hey, you gotta have that chicken, baby.
We haven't talked about Daylyt versus Bizarre yet on camera, I don't think. Last week at Gladiator School, we interviewed both Daylyt and Bizarre separately. They both mentioned Fresh Coast, FilmOn as a possibility for the platform of that battle. What's the status of it right now?
Well, see, I was at the Gay Pride Festival in Frisco a few weeks ago, and I had my thong on, and I was just walking around, you know, talking to all the boys. And my boy Tori named Troy from Detroit. He came up to me and he was like, "Hey, Lush, you should have Battle, Bizarre, and Daylyt." And I was like, "Oh, you right, girl." And so, we've been discussing it since then. So we'll see if we can come to terms and an agreement, facilitate that matchup. Because I think, the fans of that real hardcore battle rap shit, that real lyricism, just all bullshit stripped aside, just bars, that's what they think of Bizarre off top, and Daylyt, no one ever thinks of any antics, so I think this is going to be a fucking great match.
Was that the first matchup you had in mind for Daylyt?
At the gay place that I was at? Or no? When I was naked? No.
Wait.
No, Daylyt, honestly, there's a few matches that we've been trying to book Day for a long time. One of them is the match that he's been clamoring for a while that I think would be, on some real, all bullshit aside, on some lyrical shit, him and Lux needs to happen. So there's certain things there's a few different angles between these events that we've been discussing, the Ether event, the Boston event, and then the Blackout event in Toronto, which has got a lot of support from very powerful local Toronto artists as well, without going into too much detail. That, we're trying to facilitate it through one of those things. Bizarre was not my first thought of a lyrical opponent for Day, but the entertainment value is undeniable. So I'm super into it, and FilmOn definitely likes left of center entertainment like that. So it definitely, it would make sense for that to get popping. Pause.
Pause. Tell me more about this Boston event that's happening here.
So shout out to the homie Nikaya, aka Uncle Kai. I'm from Cali. I call him Tio Kai. You know what I'm saying? Like this fool really. He's a dude that just started out as a promoter of big raves and bass music events down there in Florida in the 90s, stepped away to pursue other avenues, and has recently just been re-inspired by battle rap and wanted to get involved. And he's been fucking with King of the Dot and Fresh Coast and now FilmOn, and trying to put his money where his mouth is and get it popping. So we got some crazy shit in the works.
Yeah. And his name won't be familiar to most people, but he's a guy that we've seen. I ran into him at Summer Madness last week. He's been at pretty much every major event across North America for the last, I'd say, year or so. He's talked to him recently. He said he's trying to go out to that Don't Flop event. So I think he's really checking in on everything that's going on in the scene.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. You can't just go to one battle event and think you have the scene figured out, because there's so many different elements and it goes in so many different directions. And so you can go to an event in New York and go to a smack event out there, and it's a completely different feel and atmosphere, and it's ran completely differently. So Kai was out there seeing what worked, what didn't work, what he liked, what he didn't like, putting it all together, combining it with a reputable source, and the rest is going to be just the further destruction of anybody that doubted us ever.
So on this Ether card and the Boston card and whatever you're doing between them, are there any up-and-comers that you want to give like a massive shot now that you've got this audience?
Absolutely, and it's funny you said that. As far as the Boston event goes, we're trying to incorporate as many local cats as possible. Like, we really want this to be a chance for the Northeast, particularly outside of New York, to get as much shine as possible. Dudes like Chilla and all them. This is, 40 bars, all, the local Boston artists. This is their chance to really put on, and we're going to be taking it to a big level, getting them really ill opponents and all that. As far as the Ether event, we're actually doing something where we're having a contest at our November 8th event that we're doing in the Bay Area, which is going to be pretty much just a promo event for Ether, but we're going to have we're having a tournament where anybody can sign up, and it's going to be for up and comers, and the winner's going to get a spot on the Ether card versus an established name. So
what kind of tournament is it going to be?
It's going to be a cappella, 3 little short round tournament.
It's going to be like 32 guys
in
a bracket?
It's going to be 16 guys in a
16?
bracket, yeah,
Okay.
that we're determining now. Some of them will be given a bye, some of them will be having to pay for their spot, but they'll all be very, very thoroughly screened.
What kind of names do you expect to draw with that?
The names are cool. It's all a bunch of Jeezy up and comers, dudes like that, you know. It's gonna and the guy who he's gonna battle originally was gonna be Chilla Jones. It's not him anymore, but it's gonna be someone of that caliber, you know, of the flirting with top tier level. And it's a huge opportunity, and we kind of want to show people that yes, you know, this is America and anybody has a chance. You know what I mean? Like, so we're psyched on it.